What's up everybody, welcome to the Undead. We got another video for you today. And what we have for you today is your headset buying guide. And with this buying guide, we got 5 tips for you. Stay tuned to the end where we give a couple examples of a few of the headsets we have in our sites to test out. Tip number 1, USB versus 3.5mm connectivity. What does that really mean? Well, the only real difference is you got 3.5, which is a little more universal. It's going to connect to a lot more things versus USB. Prime example, anybody who uses an Xbox, like myself, is going to have some issues with certain USB connections. Yeah, it might be a USB headset, but it might not work with your Xbox. So keep that in mind. So it's very important to figure out whether you have a headset that has a USB versus 3.5. Depends on what kind of function you want, or universal function if you want to take that headset on the go and use it with other devices like your smartphone, tablet, or say for example a portable gaming system like the Switch. Tip number 2 is going to be the placement of your mute and volume controls. A lot of headsets will have the controls right down the middle on the wire where you can toggle it on and off for mute, and your volume controls could be turned up and down from the same spot. Now some headsets have those controls up by the earpieces, so keep that in mind. Figure out where that placement is because it could be important to your style of use and what you want it for. Tip number 3, something I prefer, it's not required, but could be something to look into, is whether or not the mic is detachable or not. All that could make a difference in the future, just in case the microphone stops working on you, and you could easily replace it by just buying a new one and plug and play. Tip number 4. Now this is where we kind of get into the more comfort aspect of everything, and it all boils down to how much cushion the headband is actually going to have. Is it a band that rests on top of your head, or is it going to be a cushion that comes across and rests the headset on the top of your head? Because if you're going to be gaming for a long time or listening to media, watching videos, this is going to make a big difference, and it could make or break whether or not you want a particular style headset. And what we're talking about in particular is how much cushion that headband's going to have, whether it's a strap or whether it's a cushion, and whether or not it's a soft foam or wrapped in pleather. You know, definitely do your research on that and figure out whether other people like it. If you have the chance to actually grab one and wear it, that would make a huge difference in your buying choices. And last but certainly not least, we got tip number 5, which is the ear cushions. You know, you want a cloth cushion, which will be a little more comfortable, probably will breathe a little bit better, or more of a pleather style, which will definitely enhance the amount of sound that actually stays in and doesn't leak through. Now there is of course different levels of comfort, because you could have a cloth cushion but it could be a very stiff kind of foam, or you could have a pleather wrapped cushion that again can be a very squishy foam but just thick, or just a thicker, more dense foam that's underneath that. And whether or not the ear cushion is detachable. For those rare times that you might get hungry and might want to chew on your ear cushion, you know, in between meals, you could easily replace it at that point. So don't think that cloth cushions are all the same versus pleather cushions are all the same. Definitely do your research on that, whether how stiff you want your earpieces to be on your head. And if you made it this far, you're about to get the bonus material that we promised at the end. Some of the headset choices that we're looking at to buying is in no particular order. We're just kind of scouting ahead, and we might do a review on whatever we get, depending on whether it's even worth reviewing. The review process will probably be about a month, but that's a whole nother video altogether. In no particular order, we have the Plantronics Rig series. Another one is the Corsair HS35s and the HS50 Pros or HS60 Pro, depending on what we're actually able to get our hands on. Another one is the SteelSeries Arctis 1, possibly the Arctis 3 as well, and possibly the Cooler Master MH751. So stay posted, because there is definitely going to be a headset that we buy. This way you know when that review video comes out for you. Once again, thank you guys, and as always, stay restless.